Niggas outside, they slanging that vibe. Chicks on the side, they slanging that. Niggas like me, they making cheese. Chicks making money, they breathing up. Everybody gotta get paid. Everybody gotta get paid. Everybody gotta get paid.
What up, everybody? It's your boy, Cardinal Red, and we are back for another one. All right, y'all. So, got a new topic, man. Today I wanted to talk about, I think the name of this video is going to be, will Manny Pacquiao's loss to Ugas affect his run for presidency in the Philippines? Pacquiao versus Duterte. And I hope I'm saying his name right. I think that's the current president of the Philippines, I believe. But, the truth is starting to come out, man. I won't call it the truth. Let's just say Pacquiao, to me, seemed distracted during that fight. No excuses for him losing. He seemed extremely distracted during that fight. And I spoke about in my previous video about some of the distractions that may be going on with Pacquiao as far as, overtraining, the venue, he shouldn't have accepted that fight so quickly. And then there's the aspect of what's going on in the Philippines. And I was going to reference an article, man, and I forgot it's on my phone, and I can't look at my phone and record at the same time. But I'm going to try to remember it as best I could. Basically, what's going on, from what I read in the Philippines, is that Pacquiao, there's starting to be some doubt in people's mind whether Pacquiao can actually win the presidency in the Philippines. Not only because he lost to Ugas, which I'll kind of explain that in a second, and what the article was saying, but because there seems to be a split between Duterte and Manny Pacquiao. And Pacquiao, I believe, is the leader of a political party. He's also a senator in the Philippines. And then Duterte, I believe, is the current president of the Philippines. And if I can remember correctly, I used to see him. I was wondering why I didn't see him. I think he was at Pacquiao's last fight, but he wasn't at the fight before that. And then he wasn't at, and when I mean Pacquiao's last fight, I mean the Thurman fight. But he wasn't at the fight before that. I think the Broner fight, I don't think he was there. And then he wasn't at the Ugas fight. And, I'm always used to seeing his face behind Pacquiao because you can't miss that face. So I didn't know exactly who he was, but I knew he was somebody important. Okay, so from what I read, Duterte and Pacquiao have basically had some type of disagreement. Pacquiao said that there was some corruption within Duterte's, cabinet. I'm not sure what the translation would be for the Filipino, but they used a different word in the article because it was a Filipino article. And I don't know exactly what the word for political cabinet is in the Philippines. I think it's Laban parties. I believe that's what it is. It's like Laban party. So Pacquiao's the leader of a Laban party. And then I believe Duterte is the president of the Philippines. And we all know Pacquiao's running for the presidency of the Philippines. I'm guessing that Duterte is on his last, this is his last time being able to run, or he's not running anymore. But apparently there was some type of disagreement, like I said, about some corruption Pacquiao said he found in Duterte's party. And Duterte now is saying that he's not going to back Pacquiao unless Pacquiao outs the corruption that he found within his party. So here's the thing about politics. And politics, it gets deep, man. It can get you messed over. It can get your life ruined. It can get people hurt. And when you're dealing with a country like the Philippines, you're dealing with a very dangerous game. when it comes to politics and people wanting to take over the country, leadership in general. And I know one thing, especially if Duterte is the president, and if he wanted to, he could affect Manny Pacquiao's life and his boxing career to the tune of him destroying fights behind the scenes. You know, he has that type of political power to where if he wanted a fight to go a certain way, even if it's in America, I'm pretty sure he has enough pull to be able to make that happen. Now, am I saying that's what happened in the Jordanians Ugas fight? No, not at all. But I'm saying that maybe there was something on Pacquiao's mind that was so dangerous that he was, might have been threatened or something about winning that fight. It's possible, because he seemed like he was extremely distracted. And now with me reading this news, and I'm not saying that's why he lost, but maybe perhaps he was just very distracted, and that was one of the real contributive factors to why he just didn't do so well in that fight. But on a more serious note, they were saying that there's a chance Pacquiao might not win the popular vote because he lost the Jordanians Ugas fight. And I'm sitting there reading this thinking, why would that even matter? These people, I'm always used to seeing the people of the Philippines behind Manny Pacquiao, chant his name. They love him. They want to see him do good. Anything he does, that they're supportive of. But I guess what you don't get to see is the people behind the scenes who hate on Pacquiao in those situations. And the more I read that article, the article was making it seem like there are a lot of people hating on Pacquiao at the moment within the Philippines. A lot of people don't want to see him be the next president of the Philippines. A lot of people don't want to relinquish their power to somebody who quite possibly just might want to do good for the people of the Philippines. They've gotten, I guess, so used to the norm over there that they don't want to change what needs to be changed. And I'm not claiming to be a Filipino political expert, and I want the people of the Philippines who are subscribed to me to correct me on any detail that I'm getting wrong. But the article was basically saying that the people of the Philippines want to back a winner. And I guess whoever wrote the article, they were obviously Filipino, feel that Manny Pacquiao losing that fight will affect his public perception within the Philippines. Like, people are not going to vote for him if he lost to Jordanians Ugas, which I don't understand. Somebody who's in the Philippines who understands English, who watches me, please explain to me why that is. Why is it that, Manny Pacquiao would be praised when he wins, but, be shunned when he loses? I understand people, it's not a lot of hope in the Philippines. People are really poor over there. People are looking for something, some type of hope. They're looking for some type of change. They're looking for some type of structure. And I thought Manny Pacquiao represented that, so I don't understand why they wouldn't vote for him even if he lost the fight. He seems to truly want to make things better for the people of the Philippines. So I really don't get that part. But she was also saying that I guess Duterte has a lot of political pull over there, and he can influence a lot of people. And if he doesn't run with Manny Pacquiao, if he does not run, but if he doesn't endorse Manny Pacquiao for president, then there's a chance Pacquiao might not have enough political clout to actually win. And she was saying, why run if you can't win? And that made me think, and as a fan, I felt like this for a while. As a fan, I feel like I put so much on Pacquiao to give me the next great fight and to win, that perhaps he embodies that, and, he tries to give it to us, but he's neglecting something else way bigger in the meantime. So sometimes as a fan, I feel torn, especially when I read articles like that, with my own, I guess, selfishness of wanting to see Manny Pacquiao box when he obviously has a greater calling beyond the boxing ring. And I just don't understand, if he's affected my life this much, and I'm not even in the Philippines. I'm nowhere near the Philippines. I have no Philippines connections other than the wonderful subscribers that I have to my channel and Manny Pacquiao. If he's affected my life so much, how could he have not affected, those haters in the Philippines' life to a point where they would just vote for him because they know he's going to do good for them? I mean, I watched this man come over here and give away countless amounts of money, have people run with him, and normal fighters don't do this, especially like black fighters. They're so encapsulated within their own within their own little group or their own little circle or team or whatever you want to call it, that they usually wouldn't even be out in the public without a bunch of guns and stuff around, and that it would never be like what Manny Pacquiao's done. He's a very people friendly person, so I don't understand why the people of the Philippines, even the haters, would not be supporting Manny Pacquiao, man. Somebody has to explain that to me. And she was making it seem like he's not going to win because he lost that fight. And not only that he lost that fight, he's going against Duterte, I guess, with this whole corruption talk. And I'm not sure. She never spoke about what the corruption is that Pacquiao supposedly found. She never gave a statement about that. She never even emphasized what it might be. But I'm pretty sure for Pacquiao to go against someone who was once a friend to him and someone who we saw in so many of his fights behind him, it has to be something worth standing up for, because we know he's a person of the people, a politician of the people. So whatever it is, it's got to be big, man. I'm gonna try to look into this whole situation more and find out what that corruption could possibly be, and I want to start featuring people from the Philippines. If you are from the Philippines, you want to get exposed to a little bit more of an American audience. If you're a comedian, if you're an actor, if you're a rapper, singer, a dancer, I would love to interview you, talk to you if you speak English, or just feature a little bit of your content on my channel if possible. So, contact me, let me know if you fit those requirements. And, just to wrap it up, man, I don't feel like Manny Pacquiao's loss should affect anybody in a negative way. We should all learn from Manny Pacquiao's loss that not only is Manny Pacquiao a great fighter, he never ducked anybody. He did it all for the people and the fans, but he was willing to lose to give you the best fight. Even if he went out on his shield, he was willing to do that so he could give you the best fights ever. So even if Manny Pacquiao wins, even if he loses, vote for Pacquiao, man. A vote for Pacquiao is a vote for what's right, man. If you're in the Philippines, you're voting for what's right, man. You're moving your country forward. I think he's gonna do the right thing for the Filipino people. This is coming from an American. I have nothing to do with, but I just see, I see the kindness in Manny Pacquiao's heart. So don't let a loss dictate what could affect the next 50 years of your life, man. Manny Pacquiao should be a beacon of light. He should teach you that you can lose and still be the biggest figure in the world. He lost, people still love him. We still love Manny Pacquiao, and there's no love lost with Pacquiao. I'm not going to turn on him ever. He could lose a million fights, and he's going to still be my number one boxer of my lifetime. So remember that, man. Don't let a loss deter you from doing what's right for your country. Anybody in the Philippines, if I said anything wrong, or if there needs to be anything else added or corrected, definitely do that down in the comment section. It's your boy Cardinal Red. Hit that like button for me, and please subscribe. Where we at, man? Where we at? I just pulled up over here, man. It's a crazy little abandoned building back here. Let's see if y'all can see it. I hope they tear it down and put a mall up right here, man. I ain't got to keep riding 30 minutes or Walmart or something, man. I ain't got to keep riding 30 minutes to go get something, boy. It's your boy Cardinal Red, and we are out of here.